many. If I was to throw some cash at this game, what's the best bang for my buck? That's a tough question. It's obviously depends on how. I guess it kind of depends, like where you're looking. If you're not afraid to spend, some decent. Like I've spent about $50 on this game so far. I would say I highly recommend waiting for. You'll have plenty of pop-ups. I'm sure you have had plenty of pop-ups as you've been playing. There's a couple of deals to really look out for. Specifically, the ones that I've found to be very useful are the ones that provide a shit ton of energy, a shit ton of gems, and maybe like there's one that had like blue shards in it too. It was like 7 blue shards, a ton of energy, a ton of gems for like $14.99 or something like that. And obviously it's going to be different price for every person, but deal like that I think is always going to be worth it. I personally haven't bought this deal, the daily progression. However, I kind of wish I had, / I almost still might eventually do this, because this is a really good value too. This is one of those, if you plan to play the game at all over time, then this is a really good pack, because you're getting 1,000 gems, which off the bat, you look at the gem shop, or the bank, excuse me, and for 1,000 gems, for 1,150 gems, you're paying the same price. So for 150 more gems, you would pay the same price right here. But by the way, you get a Sacred Shard, which is stupid good. You get a Void Shard, 2 of them. Void Shards are meh. You get 4 of these. You get 500,000 silver. It's okay. But then 700 energy as well. Like this deal is actually very good. Now the caveat is it's daily. It comes in bursts, so it's not like just all at once. But it's still worth it in my opinion. That's 3 really good heroes. I'm not going to sit here and say yes, because it is RNG. A Sacred Shard could turn into a Shaman, which everyone gets after a week of playing. I actually don't like that can happen, but that's a whole other story. So, but a Sacred Shard ideally should be a pretty good champion, because it's obviously higher chance of legendaries and a guaranteed at least an epic. So. Void Shards are hit and miss. There are some Void champions that are just awful. There are some Void champions that are game-changing, though. So, the Void Shards are kind of hit and miss. These are, these can be stupid good because they can be legendaries, but it's a very low chance. So, this would be one that I would say is actually pretty good value. I haven't really looked into these other ones. The Veteran Progress Pack, I've thought about this, but it's hard. Personally, I don't find myself spending $95 to get something like this. Now, when you add up all the value, it probably is worth it, but this is just a little too much for me. The new player welcome package, yes. If it's the one I think you're talking about, I'm pretty sure I bought that one. Was it $14.99 or $9.99 or something like that? Because if it was, then I think that's the one that I bought. Like these, so in my opinion, these packs, yeah, it was $9.99. Then I think it was the one. If you can remember like what exactly was in, I can give you my opinion. But I'm pretty sure that one's actually really good value though. These kind of packs, in my opinion, are not worth it. Skill tomes are pretty rare, but you're gonna get so much more out of energy and gems in the long run than you are for the especially rare skill tomes. Like when we're talking about the legendary ones, and that's maybe a different story. But like for me, this just isn't worth it. This just doesn't feel too good. It doesn't feel like you're really getting enough. Void Shard packs, again, as I said before, I would stay away from those, because Void Shards are very hit and miss when it comes to what you can open. And you could pay $20 and ultimately get nothing that you would use at all. So I would stay away from those ones. Silver deals, do not do silver deals. Whenever you get low on silver, a pop-up will happen. Like, I don't know what the number is that triggers it, but a pop-up happens that says, hey, we notice you're low on silver. For $9.99, $10, you can get 1,000,000 silver. It's not worth it. Because that 1,000,000 silver can literally turn into nothing. Because, say, I don't know if you have yet, but if you try to level up an artifact from 15 to 16, you could sometimes spend 50,000 silver and get stupid lucky because you got it in 2 turns. You could also spend 1.5 million silver and still not hit it. So silver packs are not worth it, in my opinion. Again, for my focusing as far as what you may be interested in buying, gems, energy, and shards, specifically sacred, and I think ancient shards too, depending on like how much you get in the deal, are the ones that are the juicy ones, the really good ones. Like this deal, no. Raid passes, I don't know about raid passes. Raid passes feel kind of weird to me. Like, this essentially is saying, if you want to support us for $10 a month, we'll give you some decent perks. Like, this is if you plan to play this game for a long time, then I suppose it's okay. It's hard to come across or see myself getting that one though too. Anywho, so we have enough for one more dungeon as far as energy is concerned. Oh, fun tidbit for those that may not have known this, because I honestly did not know this until a couple of days ago. One, you get energy, one energy every, like, I actually don't know how long it is. I think it's like every 4 minutes. But if you click on your energy, it'll let you know how much